Sasa is now going for it. Seen him in this position before. He's only 23 years of age. He was fourth on the stage in the Ruta del Sol a couple of years ago, you might remember. He had very good times out in the Far East, indeed, as well, at the top of this year, the Tour of Taiwan. And he means business here. 18 seconds is his margin over all of the jerseys, who are just about to mob the rest of, indeed, the peloton as it stands. Can he get it home? I don't think so, but one thing he needs not do is look back. If he's made this commitment, it's just nose in the wind, for goodness sake. Don't keep turning your head. 21 seconds he's got with 4K remaining. He's got to get to the Flamme Rouge, because this is open highway. They can all see him from behind, but nobody wants to kind of just close the gap and drag somebody else and do the work for another team. That's the point. 21 seconds he's got. This should be bridgeable, Matt Winston, but he's fully committed. And the danger is for teams behind, with still 3.5 kilometres to go. It's not their setup time. They don't want to drag anyone else into the fray, do they?
Yeah, the peloton also doesn't look super organised at the moment. You've got Decathlon Energy Dessert on the left-hand side of the road. One rider from Cofidis pulling quite hard with Intermarché in the wheel. But you don't see really a full formation of teams here riding 16 seconds. So the gap is kind of yo-yoing at the moment. And if you look at the head of the race and the speed difference there, it is 10 kilometres an hour almost, which will be enough to close this gap.
It will be, and it'll be heartbreak for this man. It'll be at about 1,500 metres, possibly a little bit before then, by the way the clock is going. Just rolling a little bit here, and here's the collect. Bayer just gets absorbed, so does Urate. And here is the peloton. Back in, oh, goodness me. Oh, and it's gone down. We got a crash. We got a crash. It was somebody from Itzulia Basque, almost got into a police bike that was parked off the road, I have to say.
Looked like
and came back in and unfortunately just zigzagged to avoid the motorcycle. And indeed, as this is the result, Campenarts, I'm afraid, has taken a tumble, and a big one as well. You can see from the shredding, and I imagine he's collected some other people as well. That's a big warning to absolutely everybody. Right now, Fernandez is just about to be absorbed, and keeping it sensible, Ineos Grenadiers, they're usually at the point and making a big one at moments such as this. And indeed, they are in the driving seat. A nasty moment there, Matt.
Yeah, it looked like Victor Campenarts there either got forced onto the grass or was coming a little bit up the grass, and at the last moment saw that motorbike stopped on the left side of the road, tried to come in towards the peloton, but just ended up getting squeezed and coming down. It looked like one other rider crashed with him, but Ineos have now taken control at the head of the peloton. They have two guys still in front of Caleb Ewan, but we see Groupama FDJ also coming into position by the look of it.
There it is. Breakaway is over. Finally, the very brave is Sasa. I think he's going to get himself the fall. Hayek was one of those that was on the deck. And the big pickup here going for Groupama Francis Jean. Thibaut Gruel is indeed their man. That's Romain Gregoire, who can also sprint himself. He's actually part of the softening up process here. He's gone out to the front. Who's going to tag on to the back of him? John Aberastori getting his position here. Now then, 1,300 metres. They want to get to the Flamme Rouge. Caleb Ewan's in an absolute master position here. He's got Hajduk, who's the man who's guiding him. Still got Attila Volta not that far behind here as well. Other teams getting involved. Goodness me, it's a big old drive for a little bit of space, and there's not much out there at all. Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe want to make sure that they're involved at the end of the day. And likewise, by the looks of things, Zingler. But where is Zingler? I don't think that is Zingler for Visma Leasebike. Tilla Volta is there. This is Caleb Ewan still in a very good place as it just starts to zigzag. They're coming up to that roundabout, and a good break for the horizon here from Intermarché Wanty. They go and try and get themselves involved. Luke Vertgen from Tudor Pro Cycling is in a good place. This is that roundabout you're telling you about. They've stripped it out because that's 800 metres to go. They come around it. There is over the bridge, and they've got a left-hander in a few moments' time. Caleb Ewan is still in a masterful position. He's still got his lead-out man with him. It looks like he might be doing the job all on his own. Caleb Ewan just jinks into position. He's now going to light it up and indeed go for it. Fantastic. Caleb Ewan, look at him, man in charge. charge, living up to the billing. Absolutely brilliant. He's going to be on the throw, and Ewan gets there masterfully so. I think it was Camp Van Boven from Intermarché also involved at the death there. Phenomenal average pace at the very end there. Caleb Ewan makes it stick. Brilliantly delivered. In fact, he was brave to take on that final corner alone. Thought to himself, I've got to do this job. And he has done it. Great finish there, Matt.
Yeah, really interesting finish there. As we saw as well, and we spoke about earlier in the coverage, when you don't have so many sprint teams there, it can be a really messy sprint. And that's what we saw. We saw Ineos do a really good job to have Caleb Ewan in position, and he had the top end speed there to polish it off and to take a nice victory. But when you look at Visma Lease Bike, Zingler was moving himself up all the time on his own. There was riders from other teams also chopping and changing, and it was a really messy sprint there in the final. But Caleb Ewan was favourite. He had the pressure on himself, and he lived up to it.
Luca Van Boven it was that the puncher it was Alexander Camp was part of his lead out, but it was Van Boven that was nearest man to him on the throw that bashed the bars in frustration. But Caleb Ewan, that's going to do him a whole load of good. He's found a new home. Look how aero he gets, almost chin on the wheel, leaving it to everybody else to think what might have been. What is that Caleb Ewan is winning again. That's a nice thing to be able to say.